Okay, I am here in Torreón right now. I just got off my bus. I'm headed to my Airbnb and my taxi. One thing I've noticed already from being here on the drive-in on the bus was that there's a lot of industry here. There's some huge mall that I passed by, had a lot of stores from the U.S. and from Europe, and some of the bigger stores from Mexico City, and there's a lot of just commercial stuff where I'm at. So I'm gonna be staying in the colonial area. There's a really big statue that's kind of the focal point here in Torreón, and we're kind of at the bottom. Well, I'll say quite the bottom, but we're getting closer to the bottom of the Chihuahua Desert. So we're south of both Chihuahua and Delicias, and I only have about 24 hours, actually less than that here, so I'm going to try to make the best of it. Sí.
Pero principalmente Sonora y Sinaloa juegan muchos ahí.
Ah, wow. Súper bien.
Se hace la pelota, se divide en 10 zonas.
¿Es todos jugadores de México o México? ¿En serio? Like Estados Unidos y Cuba. So this is a cool moment for me. So Daniela and Aldo. These are my Airbnb hosts, and they're actually buying their first house. Is this the first house? Yeah. So they're buying their first house here in Torreón, and we're about to go look inside. So it's kind of a cool moment.
It is. And you're the first one to.
And I'm the first one to get to see it.
Yeah.
And Daniela is pregnant right now, so she's expecting. So I get to kind of come at like a really cool time. One of the things about Mexico that I really love about the buildings here is that most of them are concrete or we're stucco, but man, there's just a lot of concrete. And so it makes, building these things so easy. And when you go to paint and stuff like that, so, have to worry about, fixing any holes in the walls and stuff like that. You just paint right over it. So that's one thing that I really like about a lot of the houses in Mexico. So this is really cool for me to get to see their new place. I just learned something really crazy that I did not know. So take it away.
Yeah, of course. So nachos were actually invented in this state called Coahuila, in the border, in a city that it's called Piedras Negras. It's bordered with Eagle Pass in Texas, and they were invented in the 20th century, maybe around the 40s or the 50s, but they are quite recent. And they were invented by a guy called Ignacio. The short name for Ignacio, or the nickname for Ignacio, will be Nacho.
Yeah.
But the story, and it's actually quite interesting, he didn't have any food in his restaurant. And some American soldiers crossed the border and they wanted to eat something. And because he didn't have anything, he just fried some tortillas, he put some cheese on them, he put some salsa and maybe tomatoes, I don't know, beans, whatever he had, and he served that dish to the American soldiers.
You're kidding me.
No, it's true. And actually, in Wikipedia, they have the same story.
Was this during the Spanish-American War?
No. It was actually recent. It was in the 20th century.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
It's kind of a recent dish, Tex-Mex dish. And the thing was that when they asked him, this is delicious, how is it called?
Yeah.
He said, nachos, like me. And then other restaurants in Piedras Negras and in Eagle Pass and in other parts of Texico did the same.
So all of you fatties that sit there and stuff nachos in your mouth at ball games and stuff like that, this is the story. So what it was even, relatively recent.
Yeah.
Mexicans were fattening up Americans with food they made up.
Yep.
Back before. So that's the story of nachos. That's really cool.
That's true. Yeah.
All right. Okay, so we are here now at in the city center.
Yeah.
What's it in Spanish? City center in Spanish.
Centro.
Just El Centro.
Just el centro.
And this is actually a like a monument and a memorial for the people who's died during the drug wars, and just here in the state, correct?
Well, yeah, this was made by an NGO, by a local NGO of
Really?
disappeared people. Yeah.
So this is all the disappeared people. So it's been over 3,000 just over the last 10 years. Just here in northern Mexico in the drug wars. And so just to put that in perspective, I mean, we had in the U.S. That's about the amount of people that were actually like active duty soldiers and guys like me and sailors and Marines that were killed in Afghanistan. About how many people died during the Twin Towers. So you can just imagine that's just in this area in northern Mexico and how devastating the drug war has been here. So this is just a really cool part of the city that, again, I'm really thankful I found these two on the Airbnb because I wouldn't have known without this. So Aldo just told me this is a hotel right here, and the National Police actually stayed here for quite a while between 2010 and 2012, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to zoom in here, you can still see there was actually two major attacks here, and you can still see the bullet holes and the marks from the attacks. That is insane. Lebanon. We're gonna go have what's called ronchons, which are basically tortas in other parts of Mexico. So this is them, and it looks absolutely delicious. I mean, this is one of the best views of any city I've ever been in. I mean, look at this view. Here is the famous Jesus statue, Cristo de los Noes, here in Torreón. And it is massive. Alright, so check this out. This is a converted Volkswagen that's been turned into a little taco truck. Alright, so I'm here with my two buddies here in Torreón. So one of the things I want to start doing is asking more questions for people that actually live here. And so what's one thing that you wish someone knew either about Mexico or about Torreón, like that's either not from this area or maybe from the US or Canada? Like I said, it can either be Mexico or Torreón that you wish people knew about here.
Okay. Yeah, well, Mexico is dangerous, but not as dangerous as you think.
That's good advice.
Yeah.
And well, maybe I will say that we are neighbors and we share a lot of things, and I do think that we share much more stuff than the things that sometimes we think that divide us. It's definitely worth it to come by and to visit northern Mexico. You're all invited.
Like we're hermanos.
Yeah, we're hermanos.
We're brothers.
Yeah.
Salud.
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 Okay. Hold on. Let's get this thing. So we got the blazer with the hoodie. Is this all in one?
No, it's suit.
Shut the. I can't cuss too much. Shut the front door. Look at this thing. Look at this. This is a blazer hoodie. Shorts. Are those hiking shoes or tennis
Yes,
shoes?
yeah, like
hiking shoes.
ultra running shoes.
I mean, like, you're out trying to get some chicks tonight, obviously.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so I'm on my way to the airport now after being in Torreón for it was a fast 24 hours, maybe a little bit less than that. But it was a great time. I didn't know. It just kind of worked out that my my Airbnb host, they would be fluent in English, and he's actually a history professor, if you couldn't tell in the video. But I've had a really great time here. I actually want to come back. There's some really great hiking right around here. I met a guy last night that I was with, that has done a lot of hiking both in the U.S. and in Mexico. Very impressive guy. But the people here were super, super friendly. It was one of the things that I thought was really, really funny is I was probably asked 2 or 3 times last night, like just what I was doing here, like why am I here? And just because they don't get a lot of people just to like visit the city. But the Plaza de Armas was really cool. There was the food here was great. That was probably some of the best Mexican food that I've had. And I learned a lot. I didn't know there was so much cartel activity in this area. I learned a lot about that kind of stuff. And right now, Alma and I are on the way to the airport, and I'm heading back to Mexico City finally after my 10-day trip. So I'm ready to get some rest, and my dog is probably really ready to see me. So anyway, I will be posting some more stuff soon. If there's something that you guys are like specifically wanting to see me do more of, since I just started this channel and I started these videos, maybe you're wanting to see more more interviews with locals, or you're wanting me to see more food options, or what it's like being in maybe some of the poor neighborhoods. Like, I don't mind going to places like that. So just tell me some of the things you want to see more of, and leave me some comments below. See ya.